Alrighty. Yeah, deck tech. So I actually had to redo this deck tech because I did not realize that my fan was on when I did the first one. So fair warning. I think match one, all of the games in match one, and I think the first two games of match two are going to have the fan in the background. So if you can't stand that, you might want to skip to the end of match two, or even the beginning of match three. And I think it gets more interesting from that point anyway. So I wouldn't blame you if you do, but it's going to be there anyway. But yeah, so at least I thought I'd re-record the deck tech because I just wouldn't want the I think the deck tech is one of the most important parts of the video, and I would just hate for this to have the fan noise, and this might as well at least do this. So yeah, yeah, the Sea and Sky again. This is a fun deck to play. I'm not necessarily saying this is the best deck in the format right now, but at the end of the day, if you guys like my Obosh deck and you're tired of getting smashed by rhinos, and to a lesser extent creativity, but yeah, creativity probably as well. While I don't think this deck necessarily owns either deck, we don't have like Teferi for like really smashing rhinos. I think this deck, it certainly doesn't auto lose to rhinos, and I have to imagine we're a pretty solid favorite against creativity because that's like the one deck where I think we do kind of outgrind pretty easily. Because like the way creativity really outgrinds us with the mono red deck, it's really only because of the combo. Like if you take the combo out of the equation, they don't outgrind us at all. And when we have access to counterspells, Force of Negation out of the sideboard, Subtlety on hardcast Archons, what else? Vendilion Cliques, I guess, but like I guess the forces out of the sideboard really make a big difference. Oh my god, my little birdie is trying to bite my headphones. No, 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 don't. I just got new headphones again. No, 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 no. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. At the end of the day, look. This deck actually has, I think, a decent matchup, even if not completely one-sided, against pretty much all of the decks, ad nauseum too, for that matter, that really give the Obosh deck a hard time. So this is kind of a really nice deck to have in your pocket that kind of just if you're just tired of losing to those bad matchups. On the other hand, you're probably not a favorite against Rakdos midrange. You probably aren't a favorite against Murktide, but honestly, that matchup might be kind of even. One of the main reasons is just we just don't. Ironically, we don't care about Murktide at all. It's weird because Murktide is like the only thing we care about in the Obosh deck, but it's like the one part of the deck we don't care about in this deck. So like it's just this deck is just kind of cool because it kind of inverts everything about the Obosh deck. So for that reason alone, I would say definitely we don't care that much about Murktide. Or not care much, but I think we're very even-ish. Oh man, and protecting my headphones from the bird is now becoming a full-time job. In any case, yeah, I mean, card choices. Look, I know what's it called. Ancestral Visions is a fun card, but there's too much Ragavan running around. We need a way to deal with that thing. At the end of the day, if we can deal with Ragavan, we've got a decent shot. The way this deck wins ultimately is we just kind of get pot shots here and there. We try to stick a Svyelun, or even like a Vendilion Clique or something. If we can just get in there enough. This deck plays like a boxer who kind of is like kind of doing a lot of dodging and kind of like not necessarily may or may not necessarily have the most stamina for going the long game. May not necessarily have the biggest knockout punching power, but at the end of the day, we're kind of like some kind of boxer who really uses like the so-called herky jerk technique, which I heard like maybe Tyson Fury uses or something, and whatever's going on with not making that fight is neither here nor there. But it's just like I feel like the style of this deck is just bob and weave kind of, just try to get solid shots in there like when the opponent's not expecting it, and next thing you know, like even though the opponent feels like they got the advantage in stamina and the advantage in power, they just took too many shots and then one last shot, and then that's like they were knocked down for the third time in the round, and that's a TKO. And I feel like that's kind of what we're going for, and Piracy Charm helps make sure we don't get KO'd by a Ragavan early. Relic just cleans up the graveyard, and it's just a solid card, so we don't use the graveyard much. Subtlety is an MVP because it's just it's kind of all of the above. It tempos, it can pseudo counter stuff. It also creates a creature on the board. I mean, Dismember, like we got to take what we can get with the removal. Svyelun's like Svyelun like will be one of the cards that wins games by itself the most because this thing goes unmolested and you just win. Plus on top of that, it can hold the board sometimes, like just being a 3/4 body. Brazen Borrower, just a very good utility spell to bounce stuff, and also just it pressures, so kind of ticks both boxes. Counterspell, enough said. Spreading Seas, Spreading Seas is mainly just our way to deal with utility lands, especially Urza Saga in game one. It doesn't have some of like Tide Shaper is good out of the sideboard because we can it's better against Tron, for example, but it's just not as good, I think, against a lot of the fair matchups because they can kill it and turn their utility land back on. If they've got removal spells, it doesn't necessarily do that much, but but it allows them to take out a lot of their a lot of their removal spells, and sometimes you can just play a 1-mana 2/2. Yeah, the man lands is one of the best advantages of playing mono blue because we can afford to, and we also can afford to play 10 islands, so we're pretty safe against Blood Moon. I like it. I like it a lot. We've got the Blast Zone. This is like a board wipe that's also a land. We really can't complain. We really can't complain. And Force of Negation. This could be in the main deck, but there are some matchups where it's just not that useful. But I gotta at least have it in the sideboard, if not in the main. Chalice could be main deckable, but now that we've got Piracy Charm and Relic in the main deck, which I think have proved themselves to be more ubiquitously useful, Chalice in the sideboard is fine, I think. I could definitely see playing Force of Negation in the main instead of Relic, though. That could be another way to go. The 3-drops become so crowded, but Force of Negation isn't no, it is. I mean, a lot of the fair matchups, it really is a 3-drop, because a lot of times you really don't want to be pitching it. So, anyway, but it's good against a lot of the combo and control matchups. But anyway, I'm trying Gemstone Caverns, particularly if we play Chalice, even if we win game 1 or for game 3 if we lose on game 2, we can. It's just there's a world of difference between getting Chalice of the Void online ow. My bird is becoming quite nippy somehow. Getting it online before their turn 2 and not, because the amount of cards you can shut off can be quite a bit more. We do lose out on being able to play something like Ratchet Bomb, but it might be worth it. Kozilek Butcher of Truth. I mean, this is a playbook right out of the Owash deck. I feel like I wouldn't play this only for mill, but the fact that just one spot really improves the mill matchup a lot. But the fact of the matter is, we activate Hall of the Storm Giants for 8 mana. There's a lot of games where I think we can actually cast Kozilek. So, and it really fits into the playstyle of the deck a lot if we can actually cast it. Unfortunately, we don't have ways to ditch it we don't have as many ways to ditch it as the Owash deck, but we do have Vendilion Clique at least, so there's at least that. Anywho's it, let's get to the games. I think I've been talking long enough. Hope you all enjoy. Okay, so we got the good old Illusion Donate match 1, game 1, and let's this is a keepable hand. I can see playing Relic, but at the end of the day, we want to have the option to oh man, Crashing Footfalls. Yeah, it's not cool. I guess they really want to beat our. I don't know what that means, Shabated, but glad, cool that they like our content. But yeah, at least against Rhinos, I think we have a slightly better plan. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, here the hope is maybe we can mana screw them, but I don't know. This could be a mistake because we. Okay, maybe we're actually going to keep them off of green mana. It is kind of looking like that is a possibility here. And we set it up so we can counterspell this, and I will try, because dealing with 2 Rhino tokens, so they can't, and also if we exile it, they can't They can't endurance it back into play. Well, they got. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna Brazen Borrow this back to hand. We might actually kind of get our tempo game going here, maybe because if they play Draco again, maybe we can put it to the top of their library. That's the plan. Let's try to subtlety this thing. But the problem is if they go drop a Rhino or this thing, you know, I could have played subtlety. I don't know though. I feel like we might actually be able to kind of tempo them. It's possible I should have pitched subtlety, but I don't know. Yeah, at the end of the day, I think we're just trying to race them. I really do. It's so weird. They're playing Rhinos with like 2-drops and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do this again. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe I should have played Relic out. Oh, jeez. Well, they might hit one of their cards that is not Rhinos. Oh, of course they're gonna hit the Rhinos. It's a little frustrating. It's just so weird. And okay, alright. We might still be able to race them. Svyelun it up. I think we have to just go for end of turn. Okay, yeah, we had to take. So we took their Fire and Ice in case it was hard to tell. Because basically, if they don't have another removal spell, which they do, but as long as they don't have another removal spell, we actually can chip in there with the Faerie Conclave. Or actually, are we gonna just die? No. Yeah, we are just gonna die. Oh yeah. So yeah. For a second there, I thought maybe I didn't take Fire and Ice by accident, but no, I did. They just drew another one. It is what it is. Alrighty. Okay, so match one, game 2. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning on Dismember more than I would normally like, but hey, at least I didn't suspend some Rhinos. Force of Negation is pretty good against Rhinos actually because you obviously the Crashing Footfalls is what we need to counter. Okay, interesting. Just drew that, I guess. You know, we might actually be able to like Svyelun might actually be able to go nuts this game. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, they had the Elf in hand last game, but I actually think I could erase that. Okay, well we're gonna Force Negation this, that's for sure. I'm a little interested that I in retrospect I probably yeah, it's interesting that I anyway, I think we're in a pretty excellent position anyway. We keep drawing cards, it's pretty good. Let's what do we take exactly? Oh no, we didn't take anything, we just looked at their hand. So that's fine. Yeah, at the end of the day, see what I mean, how Svyelun just kind of ran away with the game, but obviously they also got stuck on 3 mana, so it didn't necessarily help, but alrighty. Yeah. Try to bounce that territorial combo. Alrighty. Alright, match match 1, game 3 with the Rhino Zoo. Against the Rhino Zoo. Yeah, they seem like cool. Normally I wouldn't just say anything, but yeah, it's cool, let's see. I think I'm deciding whether I want to Spreading Seas my own Blast Zone next turn. I just can't let that thing resolve. Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep them off red or something, I guess. Let's see. This is not looking good. Yeah, I can't. I mean, Subtlety ain't gonna do jack. Well, I guess it will. I thought they were gonna get Rhinos. I don't know though. Actually, I don't know about that. I hate that nonsense. But I was gonna be so far behind if I didn't do that. Oh my god. Yeah, we're in trouble here. At least I have some protection against rhinos, but watch, they're not going to cascade against rhinos now. Maybe I should have waited until end of turn, because look at that. There's another one. Yeah, that was kind of a mistake, because... No, maybe not a mistake per se, but... I don't know. So, cycle through their deck a little bit here. Dead gone. Seems mostly useless. Come on. Okay, at least the rhinos. Yeah, see, now they don't get to draw a card because I sacked this in response. Okay, you know, maybe we got a chance. I think I have to Dismember because at the end of the day, they're going to pretty much disable the Dismember if I take. So, I got to do it. This is painful as it is, but then they go Fire Ice, and then they go Fire Ice, and then I take 2 damage, and alright. Alright, match 2, game 1. Alright, we'll keep this hand. I have a feeling that this is Dredge, somehow. Let's see if I mark correctly. Nope. Definitely not Dredge. Well, let's see. You know, this is interesting. This is kind of going to be an important test, I think, because, look, if we still don't beat Rhinos, although, granted, that wasn't exactly the way Rhinos normally is, but, like, at the end of the day, at a certain point, you know, do I really start jamming the blue deck more often? Do I really think it's better positioned than the red deck? I think Murktide is a kind of good test case, because I actually think we have gotten to the point where the red deck is favored against Murktide. Not by a lot, but it is favored. But if I just can't beat Murktide with the blue deck, you know, it makes me kind of wonder a little bit where I am in the meta. I feel like Murktide is kind of like Ryu in Street Fighter. It's just a very well-rounded kind of deck that doesn't necessarily have a blowout matchup against most things, but also doesn't really like struggle too much in any particular matchup. Yeah, we're gonna take that Expressive Iteration because, yeah. I can't somehow make it show their revealed cards, but that's fine. Yeah, I think we're gonna try to blow up the Dragon Race Channel in a turn. That way we can hold up counter magic more, you know, permanently. That's interesting. I wouldn't have done that, I think. Yeah. There's just a number of different reasons why that wasn't exactly the wisest move, in my humble opinion. In retrospect, definitely didn't, yeah. Definitely a good thing that we drew the Brazen Borrower. We do have to position ourselves to be able to try to deal with the Murktide on the way down again, though. Hollow Storm Giants, though, is really our potential get out of jail free card here. It really is, and yeah, I think we gotta try to counter this. There's just no other way. Frickin' Spell Snare, piece of. Ugh. No, we can't do this. Can we just lose to Murktide? What were we thinking? I guess we're thinking we can top deck another Brazen Borrower. That's what we're thinking. I mean, at a certain point, the expressive iterations just overwhelm us. They just really do. It's a little bit, you know. You know what? We may actually be able to snag a victory. I doubt it, but let's see here. Nope. Alrighty. Match 2, game 2. That's not keepable. 1 land, it's just ain't gonna work. Subtlety goes to the bottom. It's just I feel like I can win with these 6 cards, but Subtlety was like the least necessary sort of the bunch. Is it not playing? Like, what's going on here? Oh yeah, it stopped for some reason. Not sure why. Alrighty. Yeah, we gotta dismember this thing. There's just no way around it. All the Storm Giants. Yeah, you know, here's the game plan, man. We stick Svyelun. Hopefully they don't have Fury or something, or get Delirium. Yeah, we gotta counter this thing. He's gonna run away with the game. Yeah, it might look like we're behind, but look, it's gonna be hard for them to get Delirium next turn, and unless they got like double Bolt, so they need a what do you call it? Yeah, and they didn't get it. They need a Mistress Bauble and a Unholy Heat to one shot. And at the end of the day, we just start pulling so far ahead. We deal 3 damage, we draw a card. So we want to hold up the Otawara. We may actually want to save our Svyelun if it does look like they can kill it. Oh, my parrot is actually rubbing her head against my thumb. Oh, I never did this before. Alright, that's cool. I get to, and she's also being a much more quiet girl, too. She used to be making lots of noise all the time, as you might recall. Anyway, yeah, that was so cute. She never did that before. Alrighty. Yeah, that kind of sucked a little bit, but at the end of the day, we'll just play it again. We can still hold up 2 mana. Counterspell. I like where we're at. I really do. The Delirium, once again, is a problem. Yeah, let's counter this thing, hopefully. Okay, Spell Snare again, I'm sure. Okay, well, at least we didn't... I just hate Spell Snare, man. I freaking hate Spell Snare. Especially, like, when we're not playing the Obosh deck. Like, I laugh in the face of Spell Snare when I'm playing the Obosh deck, especially now that I'm not even playing Bone Crusher Giant, so there's, like, literally not even, like, a stomp I can incorrectly play. Yeah, since they were down to 1 card, I just thought to myself, yeah, why not? Let's just... And sure enough, it was a Murktide, so nice. We could pull off the other cards now. I just got a feeling that they held a land in their hand for protection. Could be wrong about that. I don't know. Consider. I wish we could counter that, but Subtlety doesn't really do the trick. Yeah, Subtlety this thing. Why didn't we? Oh yeah, because I guess we want to use our Piracy Charm. I would have Subtletied it though. Like, what's the downside? If they countered it, we could have still Piracy Charmed. I mean, the cool thing about Subtlety is that, like, you kind of get the value no matter how... Well, I guess they could have just put it on the bottom. I don't know, but the Mega Man's powerful enough that they might not have. Anyway, now we get to Subtlety here, Counterspell. Alright, fine. God, this is, like, getting a little bit concerning. The good thing is we got these Hall of the Storm Giants queued up. Because notice how their lands, they have 0 utility, and our lands, we have a lot of utility. So that's really, like, at the end of the day, the fundamental advantage to playing mono blue, or playing monocolor. I mean, they could play Hall of the Storm Giants, but then there are some, like, Izzet kind of variants that do, but at the end of the day, Spell Snare. Okay, just Counterspell. That's fine, I guess. We want to... As we didn't Brazen Borrow that. Let's get this thing out of their hands. Land. Okay. Well, we could be in for a little bit of shredding, but we could also surprise them with an end-of-turn Borrower. We might actually want to bounce it and borrow end of turn. No, we just played Borrow. I'm not surprised about that. It's really fine. So many freaking counterspells. I hate that nonsense. Okay, if they don't have Unholy Heat or Fury, then they're kind of in a world of hurt. Yeah, they might be in a world of hurt. Let's see. Ooh, that hurt. Yeah. We could boost, but not necessary, I think. Alright. I kind of want a Piracy Charm in there. I just gave up. Interesting. We've got a lot of land in our hand. Anyway, cool stuff. Alright, match 2, game 3. And sorry, y'all, but this is where I realized that I had my fan on, which was causing that washing machine kind of sound. I'm sorry about that. I just don't know if I really have the time to redo this whole thing. In order for me to consistently get videos out there. You'll see. We'll see. But anyway, all right. Let's see here. Yeah, let's see, man, if this thing sticks. No, of course it's not going to stick. At least they didn't get to draw 2 cards off of the Svyelun. The thing that concerns me a little bit is this Ledger Shredder is kind of threatening to go nuts. Let's see. Yeah. If we end a turn Vendilion Clique, it could be pretty good. Yeah, I just don't want this thing to freaking Spell Snare. I hate it. Oh. Spell Snare can go to heck. Oh, it's not Spell Snare. Thought it was Spell Snare for some reason. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I kind of feel like we still can be ahead here. Let's see here. A little concerning, but I think, you know, all we need is one Blast Zone, and I think it's all under control. We can Piracy Charm this in a turn. Okay, do we want to crack the Relic first? Oh, yeah. Let's crack this freaking Relic. Ugh. This was very risky, but I feel like I was in a position where I had to do that to have the best chance to win. And I don't know about this. I just did not want to. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I don't know. You know, maybe we still got a chance here. Maybe we still got a chance. We still got a chance. Yeah, maybe. But five life. It's a little concerning, but yeah, I have a chance here. Alrighty, that's a good sign because it's a world of difference being able to actually cast these subtleties and get the full effect. It's good. Yeah, definitely we want to subtlety that. Please no counterspell. Please no counterspell. Please no. Oh yes. Oh yeah. And they messed up. Yeah, they, that was a shame scoop if I've ever seen it. We'll take it. Okie dokie. Match 3. Game 1, let's go. I got the Piracy Charm. And, yeah, I mean, you know, I see no reason not to lead off on Faerie Conclave. And, what, Murktide again? Yeah, looks like Murktide again. But that's good. I actually like playing Murktide. If we can beat Murktide, I kind of feel like we may actually be, you know, we may be able to make something happen in the meta. So this, to me, this signals Spell Pierce. So that's why I try to play around it. So yeah, there you go. Okay. Underworld Breeds. Okay, so actually it's not Murktide because I forgot they've got Giganta here. I don't understand why I can't see the revealed card plane. Something's glitchy here, but it's not here nor there. But there's Giganta. I don't know why they just bolted me. If they had Murktide, it would make more sense. Okay, well, no Spell Snare, so we'll take it. Yeah, it's Hall of Storm Giants. I don't understand this, man. If they had Murktide, I'd understand getting more instants and sorceries in their graveyard, but like, why? Anyway, let's see. We can Clique. And I guess that's why. We're just not going to take anything. I mean, yeah, they're going to play Ledger Shredder. We can Dismember it. I forgot about this, like, you know, but still think, yeah. I mean, let's try to erase this thing. At the end of the day, they're going to be restricted on how many bolts they can fly at our face with Breach because they only have they only have like one extra land at the moment. And they could go nuts with getting lots of Mishra's Baubles, but we're putting the pressure on them. So I activate Storm Giant here because this way it kind of forces them to block the Storm Giant unless they drew a Lightning Bolt. But if they drew a Lightning Bolt, like, I mean, A, they've got a lot of Lightning Bolts in their graveyard, but B, like, you know, we could just die. So okay, well, you know, yeah, that's I feel pretty good about how I played that. You know, maybe you know, if you disagree, let me know. All right, match 3, game 2, let's go. Okay, well, no real reason not to start off with the Storm Giants. Okay, so you know, we had to pitch the Subtlety and get the Subtlety on top. Like, at the end of the day, this thing would have just killed us with this hand. And while this kind of sucks on some level, that is one of the nice things about Subtlety, is that we don't have to auto-lose there. Like, there's an alternate future. Well, if we would have known we would have drawn the Piracy Charm, you know, maybe it's a different story, but okay, well, we're definitely going to try to Piracy Charm this thing, I think, or no. It's kind of hard to say for sure here. Hey, I don't see why not, and I kind of wish I would have done that before they played the land, but we're still gonna... Oh, that's weird. I went after their hand. I kind of understand that, because maybe with the Blast Zone can wipe both the Dragon Race Channelers away. That's what we're angling for. Sometimes I make these kind of unorthodox, sort of herky-jerk type decisions. This thing is gonna go nuts, I think. No? It looks like it's gonna go nuts, but we still might be able to weather the storm. It did not go nuts. Well, that might be where they lost the game right there. Let's get rid of this stuff. Let's draw a card. In retrospect, I should have attacked first because that, no, maybe not. That didn't turn on Delirium. Oof, it takes so much damage. Well, as long as they don't play another 2 spells in a row, which they can't now. So, alright, so we're gonna do this on our turn. I hate this nonsense. And we're gonna try to dismember on their turn. Go down to 1. In retrospect, maybe we shouldn't have made ourselves so vulnerable to a... Oh, okay, good. A Ragavan, but, you know, Underworld Breach we can handle. Alrighty, and now I feel pretty good about our chances here, I really do. Okay, not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Let's counter that. Oh yeah, Relic is a pretty good draw, in my humble opinion. So now we can just pop that if they play another Underworld Breach, and yeah, oh man. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Alright, match 4, game 1. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah, this hand is kind of borderline, but we can keep it. We can keep it. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Wargate. Okay, so this is probably the Tameshi combo deck. This deck really isn't that difficult, I think, as long as we can stick this Svyelun and they don't win next turn. Although, I'm not exactly holding my breath. They always have Tameshi. Why wouldn't they? Well, we have to deal with this too, though, because at the end of the day, this thing makes it so we can't deal with Tameshi. Oh, they just had Tameshi. They just had Tameshi. And there they go. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, this thing is so annoying. Alright, well, we can do this. I should have bounced to Faerie, I think. Yeah, I should have. I should have bounced to Faerie. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I was thinking they could play it again off the Lotus Bloom, but I still should have done it. Why did I do this? I should have bounced to Faerie and then countered it. Well, no, I guess that was my thinking. Yeah, you know what? This is probably better, but... Spoiler alert, I think they have a way of dealing with this. I was not expecting... Yeah, this is so weird. I guess comboing off? Omnath. So Omnath. It's so weird. This is like... These are like not combo cards, but... I don't know. I was not expecting this. Otawara. God, I think we would have been in a decent spot if I could have gotten that to Faerie. Yeah. This is so freaking frustrating. That's what it is, though. Alrighty. With 2 Lotus Blooms, though, this is kind of... I don't know what to do here. Gifts Ungiven. I get to get Cultivator Colossus into the battlefield, and I think that's that. I can't counter it either because of stupid Teferi. And I think I had enough. I don't really mind Teferi that much, though. I mean, it's so stupid against blue decks, but I mean, at the end of the day, it trashes Rhinos, so it's good in my book. If they ban Teferi, they gotta ban Crashing Footfalls. I hate that shit. I love the way Teferi just puts Rhinos in its place, and it's so ubiquitous too. It's like, it's good against our red deck, but it's like not, you know, it's really against counterspells that it's really kind of annoying. But against like the red deck, it's kind of like whatever. It's like not great, but I mean, it's like we don't really care that much about it. Yeah, as long as it socks it to Rhinos, then it's good in our book. But if they ban Teferi, I think Rhinos might just run amok, but I could be wrong. There might be some other check against Rhinos that I'm not aware of, but I think Teferi is so much better than the alternatives like Chalice or whatever, which is so situational. But Teferi is like so good in so many situations besides just Rhinos. Plus, it also limits your ability to actually interact. Dealing with Planeswalkers is a lot more difficult than like dealing with artifacts and enchantments, at least in the Rhinos deck specifically, where they don't have access to Unholy Heat or even something like whatever it's called, Playblade. Alright, match 4, game 2. Sand seems okay. Get our Faerie Conclave out first, then all. Doesn't seem much that we need to counter, or dismember rather, on turn 1. Yeah, might as well. Yeah, let's play this, so at least. Maybe I should have waited until they've suspended, because, I don't know. Maybe I should have just played that out. Because out of Wargate, they don't cast it, they just... why did I not counter that? Oh yeah, because I wanted to dismember. What I was not expecting was Spell Pierce, and I don't know why I wasn't expecting Spell Pierce, or Veil of Summer, even worse. That's another thing I freaking hate about playing blue, is a stupid Veil of Summer. I forget this card exists playing red for such a long time. I kind of miss when I forgot this thing existed. Yeah, Subtlety, why not? But watch, they're gonna Counterspell. Fine. Yeah. I mean, there's the possibility of making something happen. Watch, they're gonna have to counter this. Unfortunately, that sucks because I really wanted to counter Dryad. Yeah, this sucks. Well, at least I can Blast Zone for 3, hopefully. Alright. Yeah, I did that so I can do this and play in a turn Brazen Borrower. Watch, they're just going to draw another Dryad, I think. Or not yet, at least. Well, this was not looking too bad. So, in theory, they're dead, except, yeah, Solitude. What the frick? Like, I don't understand how they can have room for all these, like, non-combo piece cards, but I guess they do. At least they gain life, but watch, they're going to play another. Ugh, I hate this thing, man. Well, look, I play this thing, and they can't actually Solitude it and play the, and pay the ward cost, so, bam. Yeah, that was on purpose. I mean, I don't know, so I'm feeling pretty good, but I'm also feeling like they're going to top deck Tameshi, and, yeah, why would I expect anything less? Or that works too. Yeah, we already saw it coming. Alright, match 5, game 1, we're in the home stretch. Let's see here. And yeah, let's play the Relic. Let's see. Got the Triome. Yeah. Otawara is pretty good, but no need it this time. Let's see here. I don't know why I did that. Just wanted to be cool. Alrighty. I could have maybe held up Piracy Charm, because I don't know how much I want to actually put this to 2. Oh man, it looks like we're playing, what's it called, Omnath control or something, so... I'm surprised I didn't counter that, but... I guess I saw that they had 8 cards in their hand, so I'm like, yeah, okay, you go. What did I take, if anything? Solitude on the bottom. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, like, you gotta make kind of on the spot herky jerk kind of decisions here when you're playing against the Omnath deck. At the end of the day, the way you win is just by juking them with like the clique hits or like Hall of the Storm Giants pokes or smashes rather. Yeah, I mean 7 cards in their hand. I mean, okay. At the end of the day, I think I'm kind of like prioritizing trying to deal with Omnath. Yeah. Yeah. Most of these other cards I can live with, including Expressive Iteration. At the end of the day, they are going to win the card advantage battle. That's why I just didn't fight them on Expressive Iteration. My hope is that they have a bunch of cards that aren't particularly useful. We can also live with the Fury. The Fury doesn't gain them life. We can also just dismember it. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna... So that's interesting. We went in with this card. I thought we were going to smash with the Hall, but I think we were very worried about the Omnath, and rightfully so. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yeah, that's, we were worried about something like that. You know, so. Alright, well now we smash with Hall. Yeah, la, la, la. I mean, now we don't really have a choice, because we had Counterspell, we had to hold it up, but, you know. Alright, they could probably gain life. Yeah, cool. So we got some choices. Smash again with Hall. I think we will. Smash with Hall. Or smash with that, I guess. Works too. Okay, Solitude. Oh no. I don't know if they just went, if they just went auto yield, and because we turned off their ability to Solitude, I think. And Mary's Call. Okay, well we gotta Subtlety this, I think, or we're gonna Brazen Borrow it. Yeah, let's Brazen Borrow in response to the trigger. Now you see, like, this would never be a good play from a card advantage perspective, but the name of the game here is tempo, and we forced them to make a very card disadvantageous play. When we talk about card disadvantage, they solituded their own Omnath by pitching a card in response. That's just how much the tempo was pressuring them, and you know. So at the end of the day, I don't know what else to say. Hey, hey, hey. I mean, yeah, they play anything. We subtlety, and then we actually have lethal in the air. Alright, and it looks like they are going to play something. They're going to play Omnath. Look, man, I know it doesn't seem like we have any business beating this matchup, but I'm telling you all, even back when they had Urion, because think about it, would Urion have made any difference in this matchup? Like, not really. They beat us on card advantage anyway. Like, I don't know, man. I probably just have such a unique experience, you know. Don't by no means, okay, people, just like don't take this as the gospel truth. I'm not saying this is a good matchup. I'm just saying maybe it's like insane luck or something. But for some reason, all my matchup, not all, but like actually the majority, not a huge majority, but you know, I would say like maybe 55-ish% of the time, these Omnath matchups go like this, where like, you know, somehow I just kind of herky jerk them. I don't know how to explain it. That sounded bad, but I don't know. It makes sense. Like I just kind of. I don't know. I just somehow I got some kind of like lucky looking knockout, but it just seems to always kind of happen that way. Not always, but like whatever. Let's see how it goes. All right, and match 5, game 2. They mulligan to 4 cards. Yeah, and they just scoop because that's how it goes sometimes. I'm guessing they didn't even have lands maybe in their 4-card draw, and then they're just like, well, I can't do this again. Well, maybe we draw a card. Nope, they did not, and well, that sucks. I don't know. But I'll talk about anticlimactic, because we were by no means, you know, a shoe-in to actually win that next game. But hey, no, mana screw is a part of the game, even with the new London mulligan. All right, but hey, there we go, 3-2 with mono blue sea and sky. Alrighty. Okay, and there you have it, folks. We got the 3-2. Yeah, post-league thoughts. I'm not sure what to say exactly, just other than deck felt like it had game. You know, I think the thing about the mono blue deck is it doesn't really have as polarizing matchups for the most part. I think I kind of built it this way on purpose, as it doesn't have as many polarizing matchups as the red deck. The red deck just smashes like most of the other mid-range decks. And it just kind of gets smashed by like the combo decks, so we just can't really interact on that axes. This deck can interact on the combo-ish axes, which is nice, but at the same time, it just doesn't grind like the mono red deck. So we can definitely get got. We can get got by the mid-range decks. We can get got by the aggro decks. There's like we don't really have as many bases covered as far as being able to feel pretty confident and pretty safe for the most part in those matchups. But on the other hand, we aren't like a total dog to like these combo-ish kind of matchups either. So like I think the matchups that we lost, like Tameshi combo and like Rhinos, they're winnable. I don't know. I don't know if Rhinos is a. Well, the thing is that was like a Zoo Rhino. To be honest, I think we're a little more soft to the Zoo part of the deck, ironically, than the Rhino part. With the red deck, it always has a better matchup against the Zoo part than it does the Rhino part. But if you smash Rhinos and Zoo together, I think it's the Zoo part that's actually. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt, but yeah. Kozilek's Bush Recruits didn't really do jack, but at the same time, I don't know that a third Gemstone Caverns really makes that big of a difference. I don't know if Gemstone Caverns is really necessary, to be honest, but yeah, it's possible we could just play Ratchet Bomb in these slots, something like that. Would that make a difference in any of those matchups? Probably not. I don't know that we would necessarily need it, but anything that can kind of help clear the board a little more could be good, but I don't know. It's hard to say, but I think, yeah, I kind of like where this went. I kind of like how this felt. I mean, it wasn't like the best thing ever, but it also wasn't the worst thing ever. I don't know. This is a fun deck. I might play it some more. Might play it some more. I do think my win rate is probably going to overall be higher with the red deck. So I don't know if I'm going to play it like that often, but you know, 10 out of 10 would play again. I mean, not 10 out of 10 in terms of like smashing the meta, but 10 out of 10 in terms of like it's a fun deck to play, I think. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Take care, and see you next time.